Good morning, TGIF everybody. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch, and it's me, Mitch. Who else? Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, here we go. 51 people right off the bat. Wow. I'll give that 4 wow. No, 5 wows. Wow. And before I change the scene, today I'm wearing one of the new t-shirts that I got from Gary. Thank you, Gary. And I'll stand up and show it to you in a second, see what it says. But it brags about the fact that I've got high LDL. Probably the only t-shirt of its kind in the world. So let's get going here, my friends. I'm dressed in white today instead of black. So how are you? How are you, everybody? Drink it if you got it. And I'm drinking out of my glorious bastard coffee cup this morning. Yes, sir. Join me. That's good. That's good. Very good. All right, we'll lose the band for now. Wow, I just got done watching Kiltsy. Always is a surprise. Evidently, as of the latest iteration of my friend Kiltsy's life and schedule, it appears I'm going to inherit the Sunday morning live stream for a while. Maybe we'll have him on as a guest. But I don't know what his schedule's like this morning, but as soon as I heard that, I sent him a link for this one. See if he comes in. We can talk about that for a minute. He may be busy, may have surgery, whatever, but I will be talking to the boy before the end of the day about that. But I told him I would do it, and I will do it. So Sunday morning at 10 o'clock will live on in either case, as long as I live on, or Kiltsy lives on. So nice to know that you have something in your future. Well, good morning, everybody, and good to see you all. Good to see you all back inside this morning. It worked out great yesterday doing the stuff from outside. I really enjoyed it. And I hope you all did too. We had a few technical difficulties, and I noticed that Kiltsy this morning was having some technical difficulties too, and I don't know, I didn't see if anybody responded to it, but I put a little thing in his chat that says, Kiltsy tech support. And that's just another job that you have when you try to run a YouTube channel. If you have to become tech support, especially when you have guests. And speaking of guests, that Libya was so cute. And I was surprised to find out she's living here in Florida now, in Sebring, right in the middle of the state. It's quite a story she had to tell. And it just meshed exactly with the message that we're trying to put out here every day. Exactly. Everything they said was against the conventional wisdom. The thing that frustrates all of us so much is trying to get that through the thick skulls of people, especially the part about the doctors and the numbers. We're afraid. We're so scared to not get our blood tested, lest there be something so evil lurking in there that we need to find out what that might be. And for me, the most important thing about knowing all this stuff that they tell us is the way it's supposed to be, is that it scares us. And I was tickled to death to hear Libya actually reiterate that, about how you get scared when you hear these numbers. Which brings me to my my t-shirt of the day. So let me try to stand up here a little bit and I can show you. And it says, "Hi, LDLC, 100% carnivore diet. Poppin' with cholesterol. Eat fatty meat." It's perfect, Gary. It's perfect. And email me your link to your bonfire store, and I will put it in the chat here. So I know you did before, but I don't know where it is. And I'll put it in the chat so anybody that wants to see some of the amazing t-shirts you're designing. And Tammy Vitarch, I saw, just came up, and she says, Mitch, I emailed you a cartoon. Tammy, would you be referring to this cartoon? I'm way ahead of you, sweetie. This is fabulous. This cartoon says, "Your numbers look great." Look at that. And she's wearing a t-shirt that says, "Menopause and fabulous." Obviously, a skinny bar, diet protein bar, a diet Coke, and a pizza. And the doctor's congratulating her on how great her numbers look. This is such a great cartoon. And look at the look up here at the intravenous stuff she's getting. She's getting Ozempic intravenously, a statin intravenously, and aspirin intravenously. But her numbers look great. I made the decision after I got out of the hospital. Anyway, isn't that great? And look back here. This is fabulous. Look at this guy. Look at the look on his face. And he's healthy and muscular, and obviously not a young kid, an older man, and he's eating steak and eggs. That is a great cartoon, Tammy. Oh, and there's, holy, look at this. There's the insulin injection, the CPAP mask, the HRT patch, her hormones. Wow. I mean, I don't know. Is there a name on this thing? Is there a name? Funny. Just perfect. I love that. I love it. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. That is absolutely says it all. It says it all. It's a shame that nobody's going to see it in this world except the very few of us that are here. Okay, here comes Gary. He sent me a link to the shirt. Let me go and get that for you right now, because I'm going to be Gary's best salesman that actually works for t-shirts. We're not partners. I have no monetary stake in whether Gary sells a lot of t-shirts or not, but the more t-shirts we have, the more of this message we might get out there. So here you go. Let me make sure I get it right this time, because the last time I pasted it had an error in it and nobody could get to it. So here it comes. And that is the link. That is the link. So go and take a look. Gary's coming up with some fabulous t-shirts. I guess he's just doing it for fun, because he's going to find out you don't quit your day job. That's for sure. But thank you, Gary. Thank you, and thank you for supporting in all the ways that you do my efforts and the efforts of the community in general and the cigar manufacturers that make life just worth living. If you know what I mean. I noticed early that Mary M was the first one in the chat this morning, and YouTube did away with that. So I will. Yep. No, here it is. It's still showing up on this chat, but it didn't seem to show up in the regular chat. So Mary M, always first there. Hello, Mitch and Misfits and Lady June. We hear from the United Kingdom, always first thing in the morning. Good morning, Lady June. Brian Airy says, good morning, Mitch, and everyone. And that was at, what time was that? 5, just before 6 o'clock. Okay, everybody's awake. I was outside having coffee and watching Kelsey already. And it was a great show this morning. I really enjoyed her, and she had a great story. And if she hadn't come to her senses and continued on that absurd regimen that these bodybuilders, if people got nothing else from her story, is the next time you look at bodybuilders, think about how misled they are. How misled they are. Trashing their entire life for a little applause and a trophy, basically. But thinking that doing that to your body equates with healthy living. But you go on YouTube, and compared to our community of lunatics that eat steak, don't care about their numbers, keep it very simple, are getting healthier. The number of channels and YouTube influencers devoted to bodybuilding in general must outnumber us 1,000 to 1. And people watch that stuff. And with all the propaganda, we also talked this morning about how it's impossible to convince the average person that what they're doing is killing them, all the while thinking, like she said, that huge salad bowl with all the dressings on it is healthy, and looking down their noses to the poor soul, poor misled soul that's eating that deadly bacon and eggs and steak and feeling sorry for us. I've had people feel sorry for me that I'm so misled, not listening to all that advice. Go back and look at that picture that I showed. I'm going to be showing that one again. That's going into my library of collateral and media to use on these live streams when I want to make a point. That is perfect. Tammy, thank you so much for that. I thank you, and Snoopy thanks you. Oh, it's so good. So good. Where were we? We have Wayne Herman. Good morning, Wayne. WEFM in the morning. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Eat. Effing meat. Eat fatty meat. Thomas is here. How you doing, Thomas? Good to see you. Thomas says hello, Sandy Blythe. Good morning. Hi, Sandy. Mike Seeley Sr. here in Melbourne. So far, so good, Michael, today. But severe thunderstorms was what I heard this morning listening to the weather forecast. I hope it turns out like yesterday and they maybe aren't so severe. I did watch a video last night from the weatherman at Channel 13 here. He has a good YouTube channel, and he was talking about Saharan dust. Have you heard about that? It happens especially in, I think, El Nino years, but dust storms from Africa find their way across the ocean, and we are in the next 2 months going to have tremendous dust in the air. Especially, it's going to be really worse south of us, down in the Caribbean. But they were giving warnings that, if you have a problem breathing, it's going to get worse with all this dust. It's why it's hazy outside. And you get such beautiful sunrises and sunsets because of the hazy atmosphere. There's an upside to all of this Saharan dust. It caps hurricane formation. So I kind of root for it. I root for it because the heat can't build with that cap of dust coming over on top. So every year that we have a lot of dust, we have less hurricanes, and I'll root for that. So any of you that have breathing problems, wear a mask or don't go outside if you feel like you're having trouble breathing. Interesting though. Something else to worry about. Where was I? Richard Williams, Copper Hill, Tennessee. Good morning, Richard. How are you? Jerry Voitish. Good morning, Jerry from Ponte Vedra. How are you, my friend? And the message of the day from Jerry is EFM. And Mary, back from England, says EFM every day. Every day. And where did I put that button? Is this the red button up here? What happens if I push the red button?
EFM. You know what that stands for? Eat f***ing meat. That's right, eat f***ing meat. No more of that weak vegan crap. EFM is the way. Eat f***ing meat and get strong.
He did it. He pushed the red button. A message that should be burned into our memory. And we need to get an EFM t-shirt. That was pointed out to me last night in our community live stream. Had a great time. Thank you all for participating. Those of you that did. The evening live streams are just getting very, very, very competitive, which is why I'm sticking to 7 a.m. Don't have to compete with a lot of live streams here at 7 a.m. in the morning. But last night, I think the attendance was down a little bit. Everybody and their brother, including Curry, was live streaming. Nobody had the message like we have. While the rest of the carnivore world, with few exceptions, is continually overcomplicating this natural no-brainer of a lifestyle. We're here ranting and raving about keeping it simple. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't worry about, don't agonize over it. Just do what humans have been doing for millions of years. That makes more sense to me than anything. But we're fighting a machine. You know the old saying, rage against the machine? The machine is so well established. It's the food companies, the drug companies, the doctors, the medical schools. Money-driven motives. And anybody that doesn't open their eyes and just take a look around at the state of human health, having been subject to all of this healthy, quote, healthy advice for 50, 60, 70, 80 years. The saddest thing is it has become truth for 99 point whatever percent of humans. And how do we educate them? How do we get everybody on the planet to listen to Kelsey's live stream this morning and listen to the story of Libya down there about what she went through and what she learned? How do we get the doctors to open their minds and stop worrying about their pocketbooks so much? The simple answer is generational change. It's going to take generations. As some of the new younger doctors who haven't been part of the system actually start to get the word and rage against the machine. I saw a comment in the chat on Kilter Show this morning, and she said the doctors are afraid to not prescribe a statin, at least not have it on the patient's records that they prescribed a statin, because if for some reason that person has a heart attack, they might be legally responsible. And as I say the word, doctor might be legally responsible. I can feel in the great universe charisma of connected brains, every doctor that gets their attention. Every lawyer goes, wait, what? What? And the lawyer says to his assistant, how do we go about finding out everybody that's had a heart attack so we can see if they were recommended statins or not, so we can file a lawsuit against that doctor? Just another excuse for a TV ad. Did your doctor recommend a statin and you had a heart attack? If your doctor didn't recommend a statin, you need to call For the People and we'll sue the pants off the guy. That's the way our world works. So between the doctors and the lawyers, if we just got rid of all of them, I think we as a human race would be a lot better off. And then we cut out big media too, where you couldn't see all this advertising for drugs and junk food. We'd be much better off. Maybe if we had a time machine and we could go back and live in a cave, we might not have as much to do or be as well entertained, but we'd probably be a lot healthier. And I doubt anybody be worrying about the lack of insulin at the drugstore. TGIF, guys. Yellow Rose, how you doing? Good morning, afternoon, Mitch. Everyone from Plymouth, UK, how you doing? Good to see you. The end of the week, says Rick. How you doing, Rick? We missed you last night. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, and hope the kitties are okay. I understand you found that one missing one, but still haven't found the two missing ones. So the soap opera continues about the kitties. And Tammy says, good morning, Mitch and y'all, Mitch Fitz. That's us. And Jerry says, happy Friday, everybody. Hi, Jerry. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Jerry says, WEFM in the morning. Radio EFM in the morning. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Lori. Hi, Lori. How you doing? If you got any questions or comments and you want to steer the conversation this morning in any which direction, put a QQQ in the chat. We'll try to get to it. Right now, I haven't even gotten to 7 o'clock yet in the chat. It's a good thing I like to talk. I very rarely find myself sitting here saying, oh, my God, dead air. What am I going to say? Thank God for that. Thank God. Oh, it sounds like Kelsey's going to have quite a meetup down here in March. Wow. Did I hear him say that Ken Berry and Nisha might come? Dr. Boz, Philip Ovadia? And I'm saying to myself, wow. All those superstars. I wonder if Kelsey will remember me. I wonder if he'll be starstruck and forget to invite me like he did last year. I doubt it. Just joking. But wow, that would be something, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be quite an event? And that's great. That's great. And maybe by then, next year in March, Kelsey will be back from his hiatus that he keeps threatening to take, but still can't slow down one iota. And I guess he was too busy to come in here this morning. He may not have even seen the text that I sent him because it was a last minute thing. But I'm watching out for him if he pops in. All right, we're starting the conversation. Are we at 7 o'clock yet? No. And here is Papa Carnivore 15. Peter, if you're still listening, take your fingertips, find some nice cold water, ice water, and dip them in. And the smoke from them rapidly cooling down will tell you that you were, without a doubt, outdid yourself this morning in Kelsey's chat, typing away. Because if I was typing like you're typing, my fingertips would be smoking, Peter. Wow. That was really, really something. Oh, Barry Simon has done it. Oh, man. Let me take a sip of coffee and I'll go look. He took Tammy's cartoon and turned it into a meme, a video. And inquiring minds want to see that. So let me get over here and I will download it post haste and I will be able to bring it to you right now. Sight unseen. I trust Barry. So here we go. What did I do with it? Is this it? Yes.
Your numbers look great. What? How is that possible? Her diet is working wonders.
Told you I'm fabulous.
That's not healthy. I'm carnivore. Numbers don't lie.
Oh, Barry, that's great. I love it. Thank you, Barry. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And I'll have to put that in the library of memes. So it's getting out of hand here, but I love it. Don't stop. Thank you, Barry. Melissa B., good morning to you. And God, we still haven't gotten to 7 o'clock in the chat. Lori, everybody's chatting, and everybody's chatting with everybody else. And my BB&E, Sharon. Hiya, Sharon M. Did I get the last initial right? I used to say W, but it's M. It's just a W upside down. My initials, MW. My initials are funny. My middle initial is H. And I noticed when I was a kid that if I wrote my initials, MHW, and flipped it upside down, it still said MHW. And I thought that was special. How many other people could flip their initials on the head and come out right side up? Has that enriched my life in any way? I can't think of any. Bill Cook, 659. Oh, yeah, and Rick chimed in 659. And come on, where is 7? Here it is. And as if there was any question at all, it is Robbie Autry right there. Good morning, Mitch, OGC, and the Mitchfits. It's TGIF, drink your bean juice if you got it. And Brian Dish was right after. Where's Lambs this morning? Larry Ryan. Hi, Larry, good morning to you. And Lori was here. Bill was here right at 7 o'clock. And we have Marla Kelly. Hi, Marla, how are you? Chuck in Clearwater, Super Tune, good morning to you, sir. And John Logan, not a troll, is here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, John. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And Rough Carnivore from Guam. Good morning and peace to all. A nice sentiment. I say the same thing, but I kind of word it differently. I usually say, peace on everybody. Danny in Boston, good morning, Danny. How you doing? Good to see you. And we have Karen over in Lakeland. How you doing, Karen? Good morning to you. It's 7 o'clock. CB Carmack is here. Wow, all my friends coming here to see my new T-shirt this morning, which brags about my high LDLC. Eat fatty meat. And that's not bad. I look at that and I say, wow, this carnivore thing is keeping me fairly thin. Amazing, isn't it? I eat like a horse. I mean, I don't ever want to eat. I'm always satisfied. It's incredible. Incredible. Peter sounds like a 1979 morning. Yes, well, vintage. I used to listen to Imus in the morning, like every morning. I love that. I love that. He was what a character. Most people hated him, and he worked hard at not taking crap from anybody. I think maybe he influenced me in that. Don Imus would not suffer fools. That's for sure. That's for sure. He was one of the first people that jumped on the vaccine causing autism thing way back then. I mean, he was big time into that message. And Susie Marsh, how you doing? Woo-hoo, time to get rocking. Hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful people. And where is it? Do I have it here? Quick and handy. Yes. So let's...
Let the morning sun shine in.
Let's do our exercises.
Yeah! Get your good day started right. WEEFM in the morning. Radio WEFM in the morning. WEEFM in the morning.
Chair exercises. Yes, yes, there we go. In honor of Susie. How was that? How was that? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I can handle that. Get moving in the morning. It feels great. It feels great. Woohoo. Absolutely. Thank you, Susie. Good to see you. Good to see you, sweetie. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And we have Gary. Gary says good morning, and let me go ahead and put the link to where you can get yourself a high LDLC t-shirt like mine and help support Gary so he can quit his day job and quit wasting his time programming computers and things and do something really important like spread the word. And we have Manda here. How you doing, Manda? Good to see you. # EFM. Perpetuate the message. Bacon Runner Donna Ray. How you doing, Donna Ray? And Dan is here. Lions Danbor Project. The man, the myth, the legend, the leader of Wolfpack. Mitch. Say thank you. Thank you so much. Dan's a good cheerleader, and that was great. And Mary M says, wow, 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 wow. And you know that that Barry has made a meme for my new rating system, which I'm going to start using when I review anything anymore. And it's the WOW rating system.
Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. Today I have a WOW rating system. It's a scale from 1 to 5 wows. Spilling my coffee, that's 1 wow. Aliens landing, 5 wows. This system is a game changer.
That's my new system. Wow, wow, wow. And I do that unconsciously. I never thought of it. I just, when I see something that astounds me, I go, wow, wow, wow. And after watching myself say that enough times on videos, I say, why do you do that, Mitch? And of course, Peter's got the message down pat. We have Christy here. Hi, Christy. How are you? Friday to all of you. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you, Christy. Good to see you. Always good to see you. And my phone is dinging. Could it be? Could it be? Jerry Voitush has bought me a coffee. I will drink to that. Thank you. Jerry says, have a great weekend. I look forward to hearing your take on the YouTube video I emailed you regarding Eli Lilly's new cholesterol. I don't know if I saw that one. All right, thanks for reminding me. I'll go and look at it. But you could pretty well know what my take's going to be. Any interference in human physiology that has perfected itself to survive since the beginning of time, since the first microbe perpetuated, if it could survive, nature has been perfecting the software, the programming. Any attempt to interfere with that in a normal, healthy human being is a disaster. Shame on these companies for worrying about lowering cholesterol when they should be worrying about getting people to stop eating friggin' plants. So thank you, Jerry. I will look at that. And if I don't say anything about it, keep reminding me. Keep reminding me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And Robert Mellon saying good morning to you. Lucy, work is here. And we're going to start running. I'm saying 7:01, 30 minutes behind. Again, the hurrier I go, the behinder I get. But we're saying such important stuff here. It's a shame I don't have 100,000 people watching. That'll never happen, unfortunately. We're the oddballs. We're the oddballs. All right, a lot of conversation. I want to try to find anybody I haven't said hello to. Rex Ford, good morning to you, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. And Bill Cook, I think I got you earlier. And Peter is at it here. Question. I found a question. Yes. Question for Donna from Jerry. Are you doing a panel today at 7 Eastern? And will you, Mitch, go to Donna's panel if she does? Okay, I'll try to remember. 7 o'clock tonight. Donna, that's Bacon Runner, right? Donna Ray? You talking about Donna Ray? I think she said she was doing. I saw an entry in Kilsa's chat this morning. I think she said she is doing a live tonight at 7. And I'll try to remember and maybe join in if you're kind to me. It's like I can't get women. It's like pulling teeth to get women to come into our panels. I wonder if I'll feel welcome because it'd be mostly girls, which is probably a place I would enjoy. But Steadfast, how you doing? Good morning. Cute shirt. Yeah, it's a cool shirt, and it fits great. Gary sent me a medium this time. The first shirt he sent me was a large, but I wear a medium. I'm managing to keep my boyish figure somehow. Even though I eat enough where I never get hungry. It's incredible. Why didn't somebody tell me about this sooner? Huh? And CB Carmack says, that's a brilliant and damn funny, Gary. Yeah, the shirt is great. Brag about your high LDL. Wear this to your next doctor's appointment. Yeah, that's it. Get the shirt, wear it to your next doctor's appointment, and see if you can get a rise out of them. Get a rise instead of a prescription. That'd be a win-win on all sides. Yes, the answer. Donna Ray says, yes, Jerry, I will be live at 7 p.m., but no panel. Aw, pardon me, I'm disappointed. But we'll see if I don't watch it. Say hi in the chat. I like to support members of our community whenever I can. All right, got to start moving through this. If I miss anybody's brilliant entry, I apologize. A lot of people talking. Peter has reiterated all of his numbers again, which aren't bad. I think your cholesterol is a little low, Peter. It concerns me. As you heard from Kelsey's guest, Libya, this morning, hers is 400 or 500. My total cholesterol is about 500. My LDL, depending on when they take it, because it varies wildly all the time. It's a measure of how much fat is being transported through your blood. And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't understand. Why does your cholesterol, or your LDL, which is, again, not cholesterol, but lipoproteins, why do your lipoproteins, the delivery trucks, why does the fleet get so big on carnivore, where the more carbs you eat and the more sugar you eat drives your LDL down, as evidenced by Nick Norwitz's Oreo versus statin study. LDL transports energy in the form of triglycerides and cholesterol, which is an integral part of building your body and your immune system, carries it through the blood. If you're eating a high sugar diet, you're metabolizing less fat and more sugar. Sugar is transported through the body, dissolved in blood. It is aqueous. It is water soluble. Sugar is. You put a spoonful of sugar in your coffee and stir it up. It dissolves and it stays in solution because the coffee is water-based, like your blood. Yeah, maybe that's why I like coffee so much. It's water-based, like my blood. And that can't be bad. Take a teaspoonful of Wesson oil, or even rendered animal fat, and put it in your coffee and stir it up. It'll remain in tiny droplets, and eventually it will all rise to the top and coat the surface. And you can tell that this happens when you take a thing of beef stew out of the slow cooker and put it in a Tupperware and throw it in the fridge, and the next day you come back, all the fat is solid and congealed and white on the top, and it's like ice on a lake. You have to break through it. It doesn't dissolve in water. If you left the sugar water in the fridge overnight, or you look at your Kool-Aid in the fridge, the sugar doesn't float to the top at night. It stays dissolved. Well, we can't have fat in our bloodstream because it doesn't dissolve. It would clog up everything. So we have lipoproteins, little delivery trucks that have fat on the inside that they're transporting, but on the outside, they are soluble in water. And they can be carried through the bloodstream without clumping up. And when you're eating only meat and only fat and only animal products, the prime energy source in your body that your cells need is going to be this fat, not the glucose or the sugars that you're eating. This fat has to get to all of your cells. That means that when the depot, like the FedEx depot, looks at the manifests of what it's got to transport and deliver that particular day, it says, holy cow, we have to deliver almost completely fat today, or this animal's going to die. If it was 50% fat and 50% sugar, we need half as many trucks, because the sugar doesn't need a truck to be delivered. It gets dissolved in the bloodstream. So the fact that you need to get more energy from fat to your cells is why you make more lipoprotein particles And I would wonder if you're a pure carnivore and at a good weight and healthy and you don't have high cholesterol, I would be wondering what the hell is wrong with you at that point. And I think I'm right. The doctors don't, but that just makes sense. If you have to use more fat for energy and less sugar, you need more lipoproteins, or else how's it going to get to the trillions of cells you have in your body where it's needed? I don't know. That makes sense to me. Does that make sense to you? I keep saying that, keep talking about it over and over and over again, that I'm proud of my high cholesterol and my low inflammation. That's the key. A high HDL to triglyceride, a low HDL to triglyceride ratio it tells you. A normal BMI tells you, with very high cholesterol, you are actually benefiting from all those delivery trucks, and they're doing no harm. If you have very low HDL, very high triglycerides, you're diabetic, you have all these problems, and you have high cholesterol, then I'd worry. I'd take a statin then. Because just about all of that cholesterol would be of the small damage that, and I use cholesterol, but I mean LDL, I got to stop saying that, would be of the small glycated oxidized damage kind that can burrow into the artery walls and causes plaque buildup. So just saying nobody should take a statin is dangerous advice. But to give a perfectly healthy, optimally functioning human being with 500 cholesterol or LDL numbers a statin is poisoning them and killing them. Why would you want to do that? Why don't they understand the simplicity of the logic of what I just said? And if you could get a doctor to listen to you and say, Doc, they could not fault it at all. Couldn't fault it at all. They're so misled. And now they're more afraid of lawyers than they are worrying about making you healthy. And doctors don't make you healthy anymore. They manage your decline. That's what doctors do now. They call that managed care. I love that expression. Managed care. I rebel against that. I look at them back and say, listen, my friend, I don't need anybody to manage me. That's my job. It's not your job to manage me, and it's not my job to manage you. Take your managed care and put it where the sun don't shine, my friend. Leave me alone. If I break something, I'll call you. And that's my attitude towards the entire healthcare system. If I have an emergency, or if I'm debilitated in some way, or I have another stroke for some reason, which is not carnivore, yeah, I'm going to need somebody because I'll be laying there on the floor. But other than that, or a car accident, or a fall where I break something, I don't want them. I don't need my life to be managed in any way. Same thing with my finances. I don't want anybody managing my finances. The good news is I don't have very many, but I'll manage myself. I'll be responsible for the good things and take the blame for the bad things. I've always done that. We don't need to be managed. Next time they talk to you about managed anything, say, is it okay? Is there a law that I have to let you manage my life? Do I have to let you manage my health? Is there a law that I have to fill out all those forms before I can actually get treatment for a broken arm? Do I have to agree to all this crap? Because I don't give you that authority over me. But that's we become programmed to just accept these things without thought, sign our life away. Every time you load some software in your computer, you have to check the box, I agree to the terms and conditions. Have you ever read that stuff? If you ever read the pages and pages and pages, you will notice and realize that you are signing away your privacy and half of your freedoms every time you just simply load a piece of software or a computer game onto your computer. Nobody reads that stuff, though. And I'm guilty of it, too. I want the software, you know. Okay, I agree. I agree. And we have Susie's back. Hey, Mitch, so sorry I lost contact. Glad to see our tribe. Yeah, glad to have you back in the tribe, Susie. I'm looking forward again to March. Although there's going to be so many big stars there. I mean, Ken Berry, Nisha, that nobody will notice old Mitch. I'll understand. I'll understand. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't worship heroes, even in this community. If people are nice and are kind and respectful, they'll get my respect back. Respect is something that needs to be earned. Nobody is entitled to respect from anybody. That's the way I see the world. You want respect? Show me you deserve it. Don't tell me you deserve it. I go by the Rodney Dangerfield. Rodney, I don't get no respect at all. That, I think, is the norm. Link works. Great, Jerry. Thank you. That's the link to Gary's T-shirts. Peter says, my doctor is a nice guy, but he works for a big corporate medical practice, and they have to recommend statins. Yeah, that's why I don't even go to the VA for physicals anymore. I probably should at least let them know I'm still living. But I canceled my physical last year. I don't need a nurse practitioner to tell me what my blood test numbers need and caution me about my high cholesterol. I simply don't need that. I don't need. If my car breaks, I'm not going to take it to a plumber to get it fixed. A plumber may be very qualified and smart guy, but he's a plumber. When it comes to my physiology, I'm not going to take it to a doctor who thinks that spinach smoothies and low fat is the way to eat. How can you have any respect for somebody like that? No matter how long their friggin' white coat is or how shiny the stethoscope that they wear, like military wears medals on their chest, so that you will respect them and give them the respect that they feel they are entitled to. The most arrogant bunch of POSs I've ever met are some of these doctors. I respect very few doctors. The doctors that tell you carnivore is the way to eat, and my new Dr. Murray, even though I haven't seen Dr. Murray, the carnivore, since I met him, because I don't feel like there's anything wrong with me that I need to talk to him about. And I'm done with routine physicals. I'm done with giving somebody who wants to sell me something the opportunity to scare me with a sales pitch that in the long run is going to hurt me, not help me. I've definitely taken care of my own physiology and will not allow anybody to manage it anymore on any schedule. I may be making a mistake, but I think the odds are in my favor, since my history with the medical community has always been that they've done damage. Oh, it's not that they didn't help me some when I broke my wrist. This doctor did a fabulous, surgeon did a great job. But you all know, if you've listened to me for a while, my horror stories about my dealings with the medical community, I think they're going to have to carry me in there to get me back in. I'm not walking in on my own 2 feet. Hi, Bill. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. And Peter says, no doctor can force any patient to take it. No, they can't, but they can certainly shame you or scare you into it. Or lie to you to get you to take it. They can't jam it down your throat. I mean, but they're pretty well compelled by standard medical practice to tell you that what you have is dangerous, write a prescription for the drug that they think you need to be taking for the rest of your life. And if you're a normal human being like anybody else, you will become scared. And even if you have resolve, because it happened to me after my stroke, they insisted I take a statin. I mean, insisted. It was like a full-on sales pitch press. I couldn't believe the lobbying. And I even took a couple of them just to shut them up. But it lasted a few days and I come to my senses because I couldn't find a reason why I needed to lower my cholesterol. No one could understand. They labeled me an uncooperative patient and pretty much ignored me from that point on. Despicable the way they treat patients in the hospital. They treat you like you're stupid, like you're a child. And how dare you question your parents about anything? We're the boss. It's crazy. I hate it. I hate it. That's the one thing I fear the most, is that someday something might force me to put myself back in their, quote, care. Won't take me more than 5 minutes before I'm on the uncooperative patient list. The older I get, the more firmly entrenched I am in that way of thinking. Peter, aren't your fingers are still smoking here? Holy cow. We have become a scared little pacified sheep when we go to the doctor's office. We need to stand up for ourselves. Yes, we do. But on the other hand, not all doctors are bad. Not all carnivores are perfectly healthy. Most of us, especially us older ones, have done damage over years of taking their advice that still we need to pay attention to that damage. Many of us have plaque buildups in our arteries from eating all that sugar and healthy plants and everything, and pasta and bread and ice cream that they told us was healthy for us. We're not immortal. I'm proof of that. I had a stroke, for God's sakes. I'm perfectly healthy, I think, but I had a stroke. I think it was from damage done during that brain surgery of mine. That's where the stroke happened. That just makes sense to me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But a stroke can happen to anybody. You can get a blood clot from anything, and if it happens to get to the right part of your head, your brain, you're going to have a stroke. Young people have strokes. You can get strokes from some of these injections they're giving you today. They don't tell you. They sweep that under the rug. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. Hey, question from Jerry Mitch. Have you ever watched Ryan Hall? His weather shows. Oh, okay. No, I haven't. I don't watch a lot of weather. I watch this Brian Shields, I think his name is, from Channel 13, which is local here. Because I like the guy, and he's pretty smart, and he usually calls things pretty good. But no, I don't watch a lot of news or weather or anything like that on YouTube. Most of the news is not news, it's clickbait. Come and think of it, most of the news on TV is not news either, it's clickbait. It's a teaser, they call it. That's how the news operates. They come up with clickbait. They come up with something outrageous, and then they tell you, news at 11. So now all day you're waiting for the 11 o'clock news at night. And then you tune into the 11 o'clock news and then they tease the story again because they know it's clickbait. And they don't play that story until 11:59 after you've been forced to watch the whole entire friggin' newscast and all the commercials. And then you find out it was clickbait and it was really nothing. And you get mad because they sucked you in again. Welcome to our world. Welcome to our world. You have to decide not to play. My latest thing on YouTube is just they have a button you can, a choice you can select. Don't recommend this channel, it says. And then I must have 10,000 channels there, and somehow they manage to, every time they're going to recommend me a video, they check with the list. And if the channels, it's like when you block an email address or a phone number. Computers are so fast that they can do that. Well, any channel that has any slightly clickbaity thumbnail, I get rid of. Any channel that is obviously an AI-generated channel, I get rid of. Anybody that comes right on and the first words out of their mouth before they get to the point is, subscribe to the channel, click the like button, share it with all your friends, blah, 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 bye. And most channels that come up, I spend more time telling them to go away than I do watching them. That's wrong. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. And I'm just about ready to stop answering my phone completely. There's another problem. I talked to my daughter about it yesterday. I get so many of these calls, these phony sales calls. Must get 10 of them a day now. And they're the same people. And every day they call and spoof a different phone number. Always a local phone number. Always with my area code. So I'll think it's somebody in the neighborhood. But I have blocking software on my phone. And at least it comes up and warns me. It says, first time caller, likely a business. I immediately block it, because if I don't block it, that number, they'll try 3, 4 more times within the next hour. And then I get a voicemail that's a hang-up, basically, every time. So now I got to delete the thing from my voicemail. I got to block the number. And I got 3 or 4 different groups of despicable spammers that plague me every day. And yet I have to answer my phone if it's something important. And I'm so sick and tired of having my phone distract me, 30 times an hour with spam and sales pitches and frauds and phishing that I'm almost ready to set my phone to only let calls through for people that are in my contacts and then record a voicemail message that tells me, hi, this is Mitch. I'm sorry, but I don't answer the phone anymore. If I don't know you, please email me at, and put an email address in there, and tell me the reason for your call and a number which I can call you back if I so decide. Thank you. Goodbye. And that be it. The only people that could get my phone number are people that are in my contact list, and anybody else, if it's important, is going to have to go through my drill. I hate to have to do that, but that's the way the world is going. So if I do that, and you get my phone number from somebody that has it, and you try to call me, you may have to email me. So if you want to contact me, email me. I'm so sick and tired of getting distracted 100, 200, 300 times a day from sales pitches in the form of texts, phone calls, and things like that. I'm beginning to feel like a slave to the stupid cell phone and want to pitch the whole thing into the river. And I know I'm not alone in that. Not alone in that. Yes, Robbie, I ought to press the red button. EFM. EFM. I'm up to 718. I'm hopelessly behind. Hopelessly behind. Okay, I'm going to go look for questions now because it's already after 8. Where did the time go? CB Carmack, I recommend Coach Stephen Thomas's new video on vitamin C. Very enlightening. Unless unless Stephen Thomas basically said, eat meat and don't worry about it, I'm probably not going to watch it. And I imagine if it was a good video, that was the assumption that he, after all the science, basically comes out. That may be wrong, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't see carnivores dying from scurvy anywhere. Because if they were, the vegan community would be flooding. You'd find it, you'd see it on the evening news as a lead story. Carnivore dies of scurvy from lack of vitamin C. It does not happen if you just eat the right foods. The answer to everything. And we know this. And I'm preaching to the choir. Eat the right foods. That's all you need to worry about and all you really have control over. Because a minute you try to start, maybe some supplements of some minerals. Yes, I agree with that. And if you have a specific condition, you may have to do something specific. But if you're a normal human being and you got yourself relatively healthy, you can coast to the finish line with a few simple rules. Eat the fatty meat. Eat when you're hungry. And don't eat more than 1 or 2 meals a day. Period. Everything else will take care of itself. And you'll enjoy it. And you'll stop thinking about food. And food will not rule your life anymore. And we say that every day, over and over. And we're preaching to the choir. So he said, how can Kilts forget? No, Kilts isn't going to forget me. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Robbie says, I need a song that says, take that statin in and shove it. Remember that song? I like Kilts' answer. He says, take your statin. Kilt says, okay, I'll take my statin. And he takes it with him everywhere. Never puts them in his mouth, but he takes them with him. So you can tell your doctor you take your statins. Just don't tell him what you mean by that. And Rick wants to see Kilts pop in on my Saturday morning stream. Well, if you had a StreamYard set up, Rick, and pump us a link, I haven't seen it yet. And the few times I've tried to call you, I got lost in your voice message security maze, or you hadn't turned your phone system on. He might very well stop in. So, StreamYard is free, Rick. It's free. You can use it. If you used StreamYard, I'd stop in and say hi to you on Saturday morning. But I can't do that unless you're using some kind of streaming software other than OBS. Try to make that multi-user is crazy. Back in the day, I used to be able to integrate Google, whatever, what they call Meet now, whatever. But the Google chat, I could integrate that into OBS. It was complicated and a pain in the ass. But StreamYard just makes it simple. And they have a free plan. And it's good enough for anybody to use. You can have up to 6 people at one time. Give it a try. Give it a try. And maybe Kilts will come in. I'll tell him to come in. I'll come in. We like visiting with you, getting our kitten update. We need that. Okay, I'm still hopelessly behind. Question, Mitch. Bow, wow, wow, wow. Chris, yeah. Wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Question, Mitch. Do you want to be considered as one of these superstar carnivore influencers? That's an interesting question. Who wouldn't like to be? But along with that comes a lot of nonsense. A lot of nonsense. It's not that important to me. Not that important to me. I like to be respected, well thought of, I enjoy doing this, but growing my channel is not one of my priorities. If it was, I'd be making more videos and doing less live streams. I enjoy seeing how much you guys talk to each other. And not just here. You're like they have groups of people that go club hopping in big cities, and the same group of people just moves from party to party to party to party to party. That's what the carnivores are like here on YouTube. All right, I'm going to get through this. Thank you, Lori. Lori says, you always make sense to me, Mitch. I try. Very hard. Robbie's a great term. Manage your decline. That's what they do. That's the healthcare system results. They don't manage your health, they manage your decline. It's obvious. It's obvious. Year after year. Worse health, more drugs, more dementia, more diabetes, more drugs. And they manage it for you. If that's management, I'm going to fire that management company and find somebody else. Yeah, Donna Ray says she showed a doctor. I'll let you know when I'm sick. Thank you. Perfect. Is it any reason why the medical industrial complex does not want human beings to find out how they work and what they're doing? Does a doctor need you? Yes. Or he's out of business. Do you need a doctor? No, unless you're sick. If doctors stop trying to manage our health and instead fixed our illnesses, the forgotten word in the medical community is one four-letter word. One four-letter word that the medical community has forgotten completely, does not know the meaning of, and nothing they do is set up. And that four-letter word is cure. C-U-R-E. Cure. The opposite of manage. If you cure something, it's over. It needs no management. Management is a profitable business. Cure is not. The drug companies learned this a long time ago. Why should we cure something when we never hear from that patient again? He never spends any more money with us when we can manage his decline. That's a subscription model of business. Selling somebody a one-time solution to their problem is not a profitable business model in any business, especially medicine. The medical community is making $0 on me right now. They want to punish me for that. I get hounded by my Advantage plan, HMO, Health First. We've got this speech on how to be healthy, and we want you to, get your annual physical, and you don't even have a primary care physician listed, and we can't tolerate that. So you need to Here's a list of all the primary care physicians in your neighborhood that are taking new patients, and we'll arrange for you to have a no-cost, complete physical and workup with them. And guarantee you they will find 3 things that they can use to scare the shit out of you and get you on every drug known to man, especially GLPs and statins. Blood pressure medication, God knows what else. If they find that we may think you're a little unbalanced because you don't want us. What's wrong with you, Mitch? You need serious help, my friend. Oh, here's a psychiatrist for you and a psychologist also, who are sitting there waiting at $500 an hour to take your money to. There's something wrong with you, Mitch. You're not very responsible, are you? Let us manage you. That's what we've come to, folks. Nobody really points that out very much. It just keeps on coming, the chats. I'm trying to catch... I can't read them anymore. I got to go too fast for that. That's okay. That's okay. I'll be here Sunday, yeah. Whether Kiltz is or not, I'll be here Sunday. So keep an eye out for it. All right, I did it. I did it. I did it. Everybody's talking. Hi, Aaron, the last one in. Good to see you. I didn't see you there earlier. Good to see you. Question. Isn't Alzheimer's considered that? Oh, they keep coming up with names. Yeah, they're calling that type 3 diabetes. What does diabetes mean anyway? What does insulin resistance really mean? And is it a thing or is it a construct? How about metabolic syndrome? What does that mean? For that matter, what do some of these diseases mean? What is fibromyalgia? Literally translated, it means nerve pain. Is nerve pain a symptom or is it a disease? If it's a disease, what causes it? We all know, like what a polio virus is a disease. It gets into your body, you get polio. But what causes fibromyalgia? Fibromyalgia is an idiopathic disease. Now, the name idiopathic, and doctors use it, starts with IDIO, idiot. It means we have no friggin' idea what this is, so we're going to call it idiopathic. And if we have a set of symptoms that we can't figure out why, we're going to give it a name, and we're going to call it fibromyalgia. And we're going to come up with prescription drugs to treat it. Treat, not cure. Manage, not cure. That is the practice of medicine. It's what we got today. The biggest thing that we can do in our community is keep harping on that and letting people recognize the fraud for what it is. Save yourself. It's not too late. Okay, I got to the bottom of the chat. I'm going to play a little happy music for you. Say goodbye to your friends. It's Friday. I'm done. I'll be back on Sunday. I'm going to take a day off tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a video maybe. I got that new propane thing I want to get working and see if I can't make the best steak known to man. I do so much pontificating in the morning. I could take clips from the morning shows and make standalone videos. Quite honestly, sometimes I think it's a futile effort. And sometimes I just want to relax. So listen, everybody, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here this morning on this Friday. the last Friday in May. Thank you, Barry Simon. Thank you so much for the meme. That was funny. Thank you, Jerry Voitis, for the coffee. Thank you, Gary, for the t-shirts. And I will debut them for you and become your best salesman. And you can give me a cigar when I see you next time. That's about it. That's about it. So, my friends, until 10 o'clock Sunday morning when I'll be back, I always reserve the right to just pop up out of nowhere if something comes up. May do that. May be outside doing some more testing on a little setup out there and decide to just go live. I always reserve that right. But for the time being, EFM, my friends, take the rest of the day off and eat fatty meat.